Hello, and welcome to Maker and Fixer of Things. I'm Chuck. Today I'll be swapping out the battery in our 2014 Volkswagen Jetta. It's a pretty straightforward process, so let's get to it. Because the battery's dead, we have to manually unlock the car. Most cars nowadays have a feature where you can basically pop a trim piece off and stick your key in and unlock it. Otherwise, you'd be stuck. So pop the hood so we can get to the battery, and let's have a look. When I install a battery or even a toilet, I always mark it with the date that it was installed. In this case, it's the date that it was purchased so that we can keep track of the warranty information. It's got, I think, a 1-year warranty, and if it dies in that period, we want to know that it's still in the period. So first we need to disconnect the battery terminals. Here I'm taking off the negative because you want to take the negative off first so you don't have any arcing. Using a screwdriver there to gently pry off the connector. You don't want to do it be too rough with it because you don't want to break anything. And then here we're taking the positive off. So if there's only one lead connected to the battery, it should be the positive one. It makes it it's safer. Being a pain in the neck. All right, so there's also the bracket here that we need to take off. It's holding the battery down. Relatively straightforward, just loosen it up and take the bolt out and then lift the plate out. I tried to do it without disconnecting the air intake hose there, so used a magnet to pull the metal parts out. Wasn't able to do that to put it back together. It was considerably more of a pain in the neck. So pull the old battery. Sorry about the vertical video. It's Still new to this stuff. Cleaning out the debris, most of it at least, and then placing in the new battery. And removing the clamp. There's a bit of a pain in the neck to get this clamp off, and then another pain in the neck to get it back on, but you'll see that later. And then wiggling the hose free. Alright, setting the plate down in there to hold the battery down. And then sticking the nut in and finger tight, putting it in just finger tight for the moment. And my trusty extension. Getting there to snug it up. Intake hose back on. Now this little bit here, I cut like almost 10 minutes of moving this clamp into place out. It was such a pain in the neck, but I didn't think you would want to sit through 10 minutes of me putting a clamp on. Now on to connecting the positive terminal. And you'll notice when actually first I'm going to go ahead and snug it down by tapping it with the back of a screwdriver gently. You need to make sure that you use as little force as possible. And then I'm tightening up the nut, and I go pretty slow at the end because I don't want to strip anything out. And now it's time for the negative, and I'm holding the key fob in my hand because a lot of times when you reconnect a battery on a car that has an alarm, the alarm will go off as soon as you reconnect the battery, so you want to have your key fob in your hand to make sure that you can stop that as quickly as possible. And then tightening this down with the slow motion at the end. And now it's time to start her up. Started on the first try, and we're good. And that's it. That's changing the battery. Oh yeah, you got to put the trim piece back on so that you can keep the water out of the lock. The most important takeaway from this project is, whenever there's only one wire connected to the battery, it should be the positive one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. But most of all, please share this video. It'll help grow the channel. Thanks for watching.